and eventually executing it?
I think a lot of it has to do with maturity. Looking back a year ago today, I got my first start against New Hampshire, missed my first 2 extra points. Flip it a year from then, and we're hitting game winners and going 5 for 5. So I think a lot of it has to do with maturity. When you talk about the mental game, it's all about you and yourself. There, it's you are what you tell yourself. And at the end of the day, I really think I'm a decent kicker. So at the end of the day, like I said, it's no different than kicking an extra point. It's the same thing over and over again. It's the repetitiveness. So I'm just glad that the snap was there, the hold was there, and the line held, because they're awesome. So without them, I wouldn't be here.
How much was a factor? How much was the wind a factor in that?
Well, wind is tricky, especially when you play in Heinz Field, and that was a big reason why I came to Pittsburgh, because if you can kick at Heinz Field, you can kick anywhere. So just kicking at Heinz all the time, that boosts my confidence, and the key is to embrace the wind. If you try and fight it, it's going to fight you, and it's probably going to win. So embrace the wind and see what happens.
Nick, for your time here, a majority of it, we're backing up a guy who's now playing in the NFL. When he leaves, it looks like it's going to be your turn. They bring in someone else. In today's college football, a lot of guys just hit the portal and say to hell with it and move on. You stuck around. It didn't work out with you getting the starting job, but it kind of paid off today. Can you just take me through your entire journey here at Pitt and how good this final win feels, sticking around and ending on a high note as a Panther?
Yeah, I mean, definitely to start, coming in, that summer, everyone knew that Kenny was the guy. The conversation was, all right, he'll be out in 3 years. How well he's playing, and I'll take over then. Obviously, it doesn't go like that. But the relationships that I built here. I never thought about leaving. Even when Kenny was gone, we brought Keaton in. I just had all the confidence in the world in myself. Obviously, it didn't go my way. But, like you said, just stepping up today, big moment today. It was great to get a win.
How do you explain being pretty sharp today after your first start in more than 3 years, right?
Yeah.
How did you feel out there? Being in charge for the first time in 3.5 years?
Comfortable. Sig put a great game plan together. We go through it, throughout the week, and he's like, "Really? Is there anything you don't like?" And I liked everything. I was comfortable with everything, and I just had so much confidence in our offense, everything that we did to prepare for this game, and I think we were all just excited, to get this opportunity. You hear a lot about the Pac-12, but you never play it. So I think we stepped up today, and it was a good win.
That last scramble was the key. What happened? What did you see there?
We called a similar play that we've been running, throughout the game, and I stepped up, had Bub on an in, and the backer just kept sinking. So I was thinking in my head, you got to get a first down, because the clock's going to be running. So I think I got hit short, and I had the time clock in my head. I'm like, oh, I'm probably at like 8-9 yards here. So I got to break the tackle. Broke the tackle, looked up, had it by a yard, and knew I had to get on the ball to clock it.
Nick, you missed a couple of plays toward the end of the first half there. Was anything going through your mind about last year's bowl game and having to miss out? I mean, what happened there, and how bad did you want to get back on the field once you got banged up?
No, I knew I was fine. I kind of hit my head on the ground, and when I came up, I wasn't dizzy or anything, but you just see so much in the NFL and in college. I honestly just wanted to make sure I was good, give myself a second on the ground, and then I saw the guys running out, our training staff running out, so I was like, okay, I'll take a play. I know I'm fine, but I just want to, make sure, and checked in the tent, told the doctors I'm good the whole time that they're doing the whole concussion thing, and just hop back out there.
When you saw Nate complete that pass, did you think, oh man, I'm not getting back out there?
No, I have, I know how good Nate is. I have a lot of confidence in Nate, but no, I was just trying to get back on the field. I was a better runner myself before they even said anything. So,
what's going through your mind with 34 seconds left?
I mean, just give Ben a chance. Pre-game, I'm sitting there and he's kicking the ball from the 50 and making it by like 6-7 yards. So I'm like, all right, if I get it to the 40, I think the line that we had was the 40. Just give him time to make it. I was not even going to watch the kick because I knew that he was going to make it. I had so much confidence in him. But yeah, just give him a chance.
What's next for you, Nick?
I don't know. Celebrate this win. Celebrate tonight, and then figure it out.
Have you thought about your future at all?
Yeah, I have. it's so tough. You think you're done. You feel like you're done, and then a win like this makes it tough. But, it's something to think about. I got time to think about it, so.
Rodney, what was having this guy in the huddle like today? I mean, you've had a couple of quarterbacks run your offense throughout games this season. How does he compose the huddle, especially in that 2-minute drill in the end?
Nick's a good leader or whatever. We got a good relationship on and off the field, so when he's in the huddle, I feel comfortable.
Ronnie, after so many games of Izzy, essentially winning an ACC rushing title, you got to be the guy today. You got to take on, Izzy's workload per se. I mean, to have this opportunity then to go out and play the way you did, I mean, how much validation may it bring, or just how does it feel in a general sense that you got to get this opportunity and do it?
I mean, it felt good. I stayed patient. I just want to thank Coach Deuce, Coach Sig, and Coach Powell for believing me and letting me step up today, help my team get the win.
Rodney, what's this say about your team's depth, where you guys have guys that can stay patient, like Nick, like you, like so many players on defense, where when their opportunity comes, they're able to step up and win big games like today?
I could say that's a scary side for everybody because I know when all us on the field, it's gonna be scary. We're gonna do a lot of great things.
Rodney, when your defense is able to create 4 turnovers and get you guys the ball back 4 times, does that make things more exciting? Does that add a little bit more juice to the offense?
Yeah, that pump us up. If they get a stop, we gotta go score. We gotta execute every time.
Rodney, it seemed like team camaraderie was just up all week long, even at practice to now. What was that like for you, again, getting the win and doing it with your team?
It felt good. I just want to go and celebrate with my team now, but it was good. It felt good the whole game.
Any more questions?
Yes, Nick, you were here when, I believe your first year here, Pitt had a losing season, is that correct?
We were the first 7-7 team ever.
Oh, okay, 7-7, okay, but you were here to see all the highs and lows. Now, to end your time at Pitt, back-to-back 9-win season, something this program hasn't done in over a decade. To have 20 wins in a 2-year span, something they haven't done since the 80s. I mean, how good does it feel to see this thing starting to build the right way?
I think it's a tribute to the coaches. It's the reason why I committed to Pitt. I knew that it would be like this. I knew that, we'd catch our stride and we'd get going. That 7-7 season, we were at the Sun Bowl. So it's cool to reminisce with some of the guys. We played Stanford that year, so just go back and see all the changes in El Paso, and it was great to be here, get a win, and get, like you said, 20 in the last 2 years. It's great.
This one a little bit more fun than a quick clean goal win.
Oh yeah, for sure. Especially when you're playing in it too. So.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks,
guys.